I know what you're asking. Who is this? Why is there a Lucario here? Well, I'll tell you. This is VG Master 749, my latest gold patron. So this is his shout out and me welcoming him to the Patreon. If you want to join the Patreon as well and get a shout out like this, link in the corner and in the description. So be nice to him now. Ruff, ruff, ruff. Hey guys, it's your Bo the Doggo, and welcome back to Winds of Change, episode I don't remember anymore, 23 probably. So this episode, I think we're just gonna look around and find SOVY's heart-to-heart moments, or what do you want to call them, because he joined our party permanently in the last episode. The game told me that there are 4 heart-to-heart sequences with him. And I don't know if there will be a loyalty scene as well, maybe. I think there might be. But at least there are 4 hearts-to-hearts with him. Oh yeah, I think there is a loyalty scene as well with SOVY. So in this episode, we're gonna find his 4 hearts-to-hearts and do them. Depending on how long that takes, we will probably take the next episode to do all the loyalty scenes. But we'll see. Maybe we'll do SOVY's loyalty scene in this one as well. But yeah, that's all. Let's get going now, guys. Let's go. Okay, so from what I've heard is they are hidden, and you have to find them in the order, in like the right order. So the second one won't unlock until you've done the first one, and the third one won't unlock until you've done the second one. So I think the easiest thing will just be to start where we started and then do the journey again. Between all the parts and find him. But let's start in Valley North, in the village. And we started in my house. Nope. Main Street. Nope. Town Square. Ooh. Found one. Access SOVY heart-to-heart number 1. Yes. I look at the water tank, thinking of the vision that started this all. Back then, I thought that we could use his tank to fight the flames. Little did I know, that entire vision was just a trick to bait us. However, that was the first time that I ever laid eyes on SOVY. I never forget what he did to me. He killed me without hesitation. But is he different now? Or was he ever really like that to begin with?
So, this is Valley North. I've heard stories, but never been. Well, unless you count that vision the Triumvirate tricked you with. I must apologize for that. I knew what was going on, and I played along. It's not like I could have done anything else. Valley North was too far away. That, and they still had me under their thrall. I was theirs to command. At least I was able to break free. I feel bad for Halen. I truly do.
He looks around the town square. It looks like he's enamored by Valley North. Almost as if he's looking at the wonder of the world.
I need to ask. What did you think of me? The moment we met in that vision, who was I to you? A mindless slave? A killer? Or perhaps a man who was lost?
I actually couldn't get over how attractive you are. You were a murderer, plain and simple. I saw a man going about the right thing, the wrong way. That was a fake vision, so it doesn't really matter. What did I think the first time I saw him? I don't remember. But he is kind of hot, so maybe we should be a little flirty. And I actually couldn't get over how attractive you are.
Excuse me? Please, don't make jokes like that. I'm being serious here, Monok. You should be serious too. I really hope the weight of our cause doesn't rest on someone so childish.
Sorry. He shakes his head and looks around the town some more. His eyes become fixated on the post office, and he smiles slightly.
A post office? I haven't seen one of those in ages. I couldn't travel much when I was younger, so I collected stamps.
Aw.
Drawings of places around Alestia. That was the closest I ever got.
He walks towards it, so I make sure to follow him. This is the first time he ever mentioned anything about his past. It's hard to imagine that he was anything other than the Grand Inquisitor. Oh yeah, I'm actually really curious about his past and like his relation with Ulrich.
But the art never really matches up with the place when you see it in person. I remember collecting the Balteus set and being shocked when I actually got there. It's not really a good or a bad difference, it's just interesting to see how they compare.
That's actually cute, like they give everyone like an interest. It makes the character so much deeper. Like how Fortem enjoys to climb, and did Valessa have a hobby? I don't remember. But it's cute that they do that kind of stuff. Why couldn't you travel much when you were younger? Stamps are pretty cool. I collect some of them too. Now I want to ask about him.
That's not really something I'd like to talk about right now. Do you mind if I go inside and buy some really quick? It won't take too long, I promise. Just wait for me.
Oh, that's so sweet that he still have this. I thought it was just something he did as a kid, but still doing it. That's kind of cute. I nod and he smiles at me. He runs into the post office and buys some stamps. A look of a childlike glee is worn on his face when he returns.
Thank you, Monok. You know what it's like. Sometimes you just need to do something. This is the first time I've truly been free, so I almost couldn't resist.
Aww.
I'll save these, and perhaps we can write each other after the war. You'll be incredibly busy, so I can't expect to earn a lot of your time.
Why are you suddenly so sweet? That sounds great. I'd love to write each other. You can have as much of my time as you want, SOVY. I'm not sure that's a good idea, SOVY. Let's play it by ear. We might not survive this. Let's continue being flirty. You can have as much time as you want, SOVY.
I'm not sure how to respond to that, so I won't. Let's focus on more important things for now.
Okay. He looks at the blade on my back and assumes a thinking pose.
You could use some training, couldn't you?
Yeah.
Anything to give you an edge in the upcoming battle. I have years of practice, so I can teach you almost everything.
Well, thank you.
We shouldn't stay here too long, though. Schedules and all that. If we start training while we travel, it'll be more efficient in the end. We can't waste too much time before setting sail for Balteus.
Oh, okay. I nod. It is true. He could teach me a lot about this blade. I mean, probably so could Ulrich. I feel like I'd be needing that knowledge in the coming days. Perhaps having him join wasn't a bad idea after all.
Wonderful. Normally, I'd call you an apprentice at this point, but I'm past that. I need to drop the behavior that the Triumvirate taught me. So, you're not an apprentice to me. You're a friend, and I'll help you.
Thank you, SOVY. We start to walk away from the town square, and he inspects his stamps. It's crazy how different he seems from when he was before. I'm taken aback. But if this was the new him and not some sort of facade, he'd be welcome. Okay, cool. Okay, where did we go then? Miles home? No. The Great Tree? No. And then we got to the surrounding region. His crown? Have I done this? Have I done this? I found this last heart-to-heart with Howl, so let's do that one as well. I look into the distance, already shivering at the extreme cold. I wanted to visit home one more time before the end, and that included East Crown. We never got to find out what was out there, and I start to wonder if we ever will. Not that it's even important. I mean, it has nothing to do with our goal, or our cause. It's just a mystery, one of many left unsolved. Howl approaches me from behind and looks into East Crown. He seems perplexed, like not even he knows what's out there. It makes sense. I doubt that the old monarchy had the ability to survive the cold.
We know this place.
Oh, he holds out his hand, feeling the harsh wind.
The fatal cold, death within an hour. No chance of survival. Not like Alarinthia's deserts. We let criminals handle their own end. a mercy.
Well, so you put them here instead?
Because of this, it became a very mysterious place. We started to wonder what was out there, if anything. However, until now, we had no way of finding out.
Oh yeah, because you're undead now, so you can actually go out there without dying. Until now?
This cold, we feel nothing. It wouldn't harm us to venture forward. Perhaps now is the time to solve this mystery. How fitting that we would be the first. A monument to death. An execution ground. Monarch, we would like to take a brief break.
But what if the Earth or the planet is so small and round that when you go around you will actually turn out in Alarenthia? How does he know for sure that he can survive? He may not feel anything, but the body could still freeze.
Unlikely. We would be shielded by our spirits. They may die one by one, but we would endure. At the end of it, we would remain largely unchanged. Besides, we were not asking for permission. Do you not share the same curiosity as us?
I don't need every answer. I'm fine with just moving on. You're right. It's something I've always wanted to know. The second one, I'm very curious about this.
We thought so, too. Something about great minds. Perhaps there will be nothing, or perhaps not. It is something we will never know until we try.
He takes a few steps forward and looks down at the ground.
Already, we can feel our power dwindling. The spirits inside come forth to keep us warm. We will hurry and return with minimal damage.
He starts to walk away, powered by his curiosity. I guess he couldn't resist solving a mystery of the world. He was also uniquely qualified to do so. Just like how I am the heir to the throne. I'm the only one. I guess he's just embracing his calling, much like I did. But East Crown, would there even be anything in there? I believe there's something important in East Crown. I don't believe East Crown serves any important purpose. I want to believe that there's something important in East Crown. There must be something important in East Crown. It was too mysterious. There had to be something out there. And now we'd finally find that out. It was rather exciting. I hold those thoughts in my mind until Howl returns. He shows no signs of wear and walks as strong as ever. It's hard to get a read on his face. There is no emotion on display.
We don't understand. For a while, there was nothing. But then, we saw something interesting.
Ooh. I ask him to elaborate, my curiosity taking control.
East Crown is ice. There's no water anywhere. It doesn't make any sense. We saw our ship, crashed, broken, frozen among the ice.
Oh!
A ship sailing in ice. This is backwards. Would we think that perhaps this is okay? Backwards, just like our thoughts.
Now he's lost me.
The future, or perhaps the past. This new outlook changes almost everything. Do not worry, Monarch. We were harmed in no way. As we said, spirits inside kept us warm. A self-sacrifice that helped us brave the cold. A noble end. We are lesser now, but only slightly, and it is an interesting feeling. What we saw in East Crown is of no real importance. However, it has conjured up a spark in our minds. A spark that we must discuss promptly in Mazio.
Ooh.
There are some final matters to take care of before the end. Thanks for coming here, Monarch. If anything, it benefits us. I'm sorry if this wasn't what you expected, but that's not always a bad thing.
No, it's fine. I nod, as long as he found some sort of benefit in his little trip. Before our final battle, everybody needed to be committed to the cause. One error, one slip-up could cost us all our lives. We had to be resolute. But I wonder what he could want to talk about so suddenly. The future? Thinking backwards? Something was definitely bothering him. I'd have to do my duty as his leader to quell any worry before we launch our attack. House loyalty scene is now available at the wall scene and Mazio! Yeah! Now let's continue with SOVY then. Into the forest, there's nothing here. Sävleberg, Peregrino? Nothing here, no. Oh, the Outlook? No. Mountain Pass? No. Main Gate? No. The Town Square? Yes, here is one. Access SOVY Heart to Heart 2. I notice SOVY shaking out the market stalls. He seems completely engrossed by everything, like as if he finally have time to stop and look. It makes sense. Until now, it's likely that he was always on a mission for the Triumvirate. After exploring the markets for a while, he approaches me. It didn't look like he bought anything, he was just looking around.
So many useless items. People actually buy these things. Back in Balteus, I got used to having the bare minimum. Anything more than that is a pointless luxury. A waste.
That's one way to look at it.
Yet, I must say, some of it does have a certain appeal. There were some very unique writing utensils. I might look into them. Not that I fancy myself a writer or anything. They just caught my eye.
He points to the nearby alleyway and tilts his head towards it.
Would you follow me into that alley, Monok? I think we need to get away from all of these people.
Is it the alley where I ate the apple with Fortem, maybe? Sure thing. Let's get going. Already? I didn't think you were that into me. Alone in an alley? You think I trust you that much already? Whatever. No, let's keep on being flirty because it's fun.
Stop it! That's not what I meant. It's about that blade. I know a trick or two. I think I can teach you while we have a moment.
Oh, okay, sure. Without saying another word, he walks into the back alley. I follow after him, ready to learn more about the Blade of Exodus. When he arrives, I start to ask him questions, mainly about its origin.
I couldn't tell you. It's a mystery, even to me. Perhaps they stole it from the monarchy before they took over. I've heard that they had visions too, much like the blade can supply. If that's not the truth, then perhaps they made it themselves. But I'm starting to think they either stole it or stumbled upon it. Stealing isn't above them, as we've all been made aware of.
He shakes his head, as if he's upset that he can't sate my curiosity. But that's fine. Perhaps it's something that we'd find out when we went to Balteus.
This is probably the first trick I should teach you.
He holds out a closed fist, and my blade soon appears in his hand. I've seen that happen several times, almost like he can summon it at any time.
You have to be near the blade for it to work, but it's useful. Disarming your enemy is a viable tactic in battle, so be ready. They will try to take the blade away from you because of its power.
I nod.
Go ahead. Hold out your hand and reach for the blade. Not with your body, but with your mind. See if it works.
I close my eyes and hold out my hand. SOVY immediately chastises me with the blunt side of the blade. Hitting it against my hand, I wince slightly and shake away the pain.
No, never close your eyes in battle. Did you not learn anything about combat in Valinor? If you did that in a real battle, you'd be dead in mere seconds.
Ah, right. I shrug.
Now do it again, and look me in the eye. I have no use for you if you can't follow directions.
Doing as instructed, I look him in the eye. I focus as hard as I can and try to summon the blade. But after a few moments, nothing happens. Nothing at all.
Try harder, like your life depends on it. Because when you need to do this, it will.
I scoff softly, but try not to break the gaze. He squints as if he's judging my movements. But after even one more time, nothing happens.
I guess you need a little incentive.
Without any warning, he reaches behind himself. Pulling out a dagger from the leather straps on his back, he attacks me. I take a defensive stance, and before he can harm me, I have the possession of the blade. It appears in my hand at the perfect angle and precision to deflect SOVY's assault. His dagger is in deadlock with my blade, and it pushes me back against the alley wall.
So, it's your fear that powers you.
After a few moments, he backs off and puts away the dagger.
I was the same. until I mastered my fears. Then the blade responded to my willpower, my resolve. It can learn and grow just as much as you can, Monok. If you learn to remain calm in the face of battle, you'll do fine. Without fear to rely on, the blade will find something else. What that is, however, is different from person to person. I'm eager to see what kind of person you become. For now, let's continue on our way. No more wasting time. When we have another moment together, I can teach you more.
Okay, cool. He smiles and leaves the alleyway. I remain there by myself. It was hard not to being scared, given my situation and the upcoming battle. But if mastering those emotions made me a better wielder, then I had to try. I leave the alleyway and replay the recent events in my mind. My eye trails over the drawing utensils that SOVY pointed out earlier. I wonder for a moment if I could get him a gift, as a thank you for the lesson. But is that a good idea? Get them as a romantic gesture, or don't get them at all? No, if it's only gonna be a romantic gesture or not giving them at all, then we giving them to him either way. It seems harmless, so I stop and buy them on my way out of the town square. I'd have to find the right chance to give them to him, so it might take a while. But after that was said and done, it was time to get on my way. Okay, then we continue. Is it in the Maceo Tavern? No. What about the Major's house? No. 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 The docks, maybe? No. How about the church then? No. Inside the church? No. Oh, and here we went down into the HQ. So in the tunnels? No. Maybe the main entrance. Ah, there in the main entrance where the fight took place. Access of the Heart to Heart 3. Yes. I walk through the main atrium of the Rebel HQ. It's not fully clean. Blood still stains the floor. Armor is scattered about. I'm not sure what they plan to do with the pieces of the honor guard. SOVY is looking around, and he appears sad. I don't blame him. This is where he launched his attack. Him and his men almost killed all of us. We almost lost that day.
I already had my doubt when we launched this attack. If only we had our fight a little bit earlier, I could have prevented this. Touching that blade at the same time as you, that was the catalyst. I don't think you knew the truth of the monarchy at that point. It's almost as if they were calling out to me, trying to change my stance. Well, I suppose it worked. I stand here ready to repay you for my sins.
His words seem so genuine. It's almost hard to think that he could be lying. At first, he seemed unsure about whether or not he rejoined the Triumvirate. What started out as a revenge quest against Halin has clearly grown quickly.
But we mustn't waste time on talk like that. Focusing on the past stops you from seeing the future. That's what is truly important. Your assault on Balteus.
I agree. SOVY doesn't seem like one to waste time with pleasantries.
So, I guess I'll be teaching you 2 lessons this time. First of all, focus on the war. Don't waste time with being friendly. I've seen you and your comrades. That bond is dangerous during battle.
You know, SOVY, you're soon a part of that bond.
We can't have you taking a sword for a loved one. You are this world's future, Monok. You need to be smart. Feelings? They cloud judgment. I know this all too well, and so should you. And in your situation, it is best to rely on things that serve you without hesitation. A friend with emotional stakes may not follow every order. That is a major flaw. The blade, however, and the beings it can create will cater to your desire.
He points to the suit of armor scattered around the floor. That means that the next lesson must be related to the honor guard. The Triumvirate could create a near infinite amount. Could I do that too?
Normally the blade requires a sacrifice and the energy within to power that armor. But there is so much energy within you. I wonder if you could do it by yourself. Imagine an entire force of honor guard soldiers serving you. Such power. The Triumvirate is right to want that blade back. In your hands, it is a threat. And it makes sense why they'd want you dead, too. You are the monarchy. Take out that blade for me, Monarch. Let's see if you can do what I think you can.
I do as instructed, and take out the blade.
It responds to your will, your desire. Think of it as an extension of your body. A new muscle, ready to be trained. Hold it out toward those scattered pieces of armor. See if your resolve is strong enough to give them life. That's all it takes. A spark in your mind to ignite a flame.
I hold out the blade, pointing it towards the suits of armors. I keep my eye focused on them, trying to control them. The pieces start to move, rocking back and forth. I focus with all my strength, and they start to shake more. But as SOVY mentioned, it's like a new muscle. I can't flex it for long. The pieces stop shaking and remain still, just as soon as they began to move.
Disappointing.
I'm sorry. I scoff at him and assume a neutral stance.
It seems as if you can only use the blade while under duress. I suppose that's not too bad. We'll be in Balteus soon enough, after all. At least now you know what to do. Follow my directions and you'll be fine.
He starts to walk away, but quickly turns around.
There won't be enough time for you to master your fears. You might have to embrace these dangerous situations in order to prevail. But that blade is so powerful. I'd do whatever it takes to harness that power.
I don't like the sound of that, SOVY.
I'll see you around, Monarch. Feel free to keep practicing if you feel the need. This is going better than I expected, to say the least.
But you just said that you were disappointed in me. Oh well. This time, he dismisses himself for real. Embrace danger to become more powerful? That seemed like backward logic, but a lot of things were backwards lately. If the blade responded to my fear and danger, then I guess I knew what to do. Because SOVY was right, I could never retain myself in time for our final attack. What an odd situation to be in. But I guess in my position, I couldn't eschew risk. His implication was that, if I were in danger, the suits of armor would risen up. And when the time comes, I can only hope that his prediction is correct. I wonder what other lessons there are to learn. What else could the blade do? Perhaps I'll learn some more from SOVY the next time we meet. Whenever that ended up being. That might be sooner than you think. His advice keeps playing on repeat in my mind. Emotional stakes could be an hindrance in battle? Would I truly let something like that endanger our cause? Would I sacrifice myself to save a comrade? Or in this case, I guess it works the other way around. I close my eyes and pray that we'll never have to find out. Okay, where might the next one be? Maybe it's in the crew quarters. Nope. The war table. So SOVY doesn't have a little miniature. I'm sorry, SOVY. How about the personal quarters? There it is. There's the one. Heart to heart with SOVY 4. I sat on my bed, thinking about the blade and what I could do with it. As if some sort of cue, I hear a knock on my door, and SOVY enters. He seems much more relaxed than normal, like he's comfortable.
So, did you manage to get any more practice in? Or were you just going to improvise when we got to Balteus? Both are good options given the circumstances. I'm just curious.
Let's say that I got some practice in.
That's good. The more the better, that's what I say. But at the same time, you're limited. I trained my entire life. If you only have a few days, don't expect anything substantial.
Okay. He takes a few steps forward and sits beside me on the bed.
Being down here has made my mind race almost non-stop. I mean, what I did to you and your family is unforgivable. Yet here we are, trying to move past it, letting me atone. The most important thing on my mind is why? Why did you welcome me with open arms after what I did? I feel like anybody with common sense would have put me to the blade.
Oh, here's a lot. Okay. I could tell that you were being genuine. I trusted you. I wanted to bond and become closer, actually. Common sense isn't one of my strong suits. I could see how lost you were. You needed direction. I keep asking that myself too. Maybe I made a mistake. I don't know. I just acted on my instincts. That's a lot of answers. How about we go with the common sense one? That's kind of fun.
You could have fooled me, Monok. I've seen nothing but a capable ruler in you. It's an honor to serve. This world is in good hands.
Thank you. He sighs and slumps down a little bit.
Well, that's all I really wanted to talk about. If you'll excuse me, I'll be on my way. Good luck with everything, Monok.
Thank you, SOVY. He gets up and starts to walk away, but I stop him. This would be a good time to give him the gift I bought. Oh right, I forgot about that. I grab the writing utensils and hand them over to SOVY.
You got me a gift? Really? You shouldn't have.
He inspects them with a soft smile on his face.
I was looking at these in the town square. It means a lot to me that you did this, Monok. Anybody else would have just went on with their day.
So they said now that my relationship with SOVY has changed. Does that mean that we are dating now? Maybe, but I'm not just anybody else.
I don't really know what to say, so I guess I'll take that as a sign to stop talking. Thank you for thinking of me as a friend. Truly. That's more than I can say about everybody else I know. In fact, I don't think I've ever gotten a gift before. From anybody. Not even my father, who these pens reminded me of in the first place.
Aww. He scoffs and looks down at them once more.
But that's a story for another time. I'm here to help you, not bore you with sad tales. Perhaps we can talk more before we set sail.
Sure. Without another word, he leaves my room for good. I'm not sure if the choice of present was a good or a bad thing now. It seems to remind him of something that he deemed a sad tale. Well, there's nothing I can do about it right now. Maybe he'd tell me that tale the next time we spoke. With our final battle looming, I might not have much time. But there's one more thing that I can say for sure. SOVY is becoming a friend. A second chance is a truly great thing, as long as the person is genuine. I can tell that if I earned his loyalty, he'd be indispensable during our attack. And I guess now we can go and do his loyalty thingy. But as SOVY said, that's a tale for another time. Because this episode is finished for now. And so, episode 23 was done. And in the next episode, we are gonna go through the loyalty scenes. I hope they're not too long, so we can actually go through all of them in one episode. But yeah, look forward to that, guys. That will be up in a couple of days, I guess. I hope. But yeah, thank you so much to my patrons for supporting me. And again, a special thank you to VGMaster749 for joining my gold tier. But yeah, I won't drag this out anymore, so I love you guys. And remember that you are loved and appreciated. And you should be proud of who you are. Because I want to see you in the next episode. Bye! Oh, now I have to go pee.